Hey, and welcome, Psych2Go community. Thank you for all the love and support you've given us. Your ongoing support and desire to assist others with psychology is what helps us continue delivering quality content tailored just for you. Now let's get into this week's love, partnership, soulmate. So many of us spend a good chunk of our lives looking for the one. But what happens when we actually find someone? How do we know if they're the person who's right to spend the rest of our lives with? Or even if starting a relationship with them is the right choice? While guarantee of longevity, studies show that it is directly related to the quality and satisfaction of our relationships. Simply put, the more compatible you and your partner are, the happier you're likely to be with them. Everybody has their own ideas about what qualities and traits their dream partner should have, but rarely do we ever find someone who's a perfect match. Instead, we learn to compromise where we can and grow to love people in spite of their flaws and imperfections. However, it can be hard to differentiate normal differences from incompatibility. So, if you're wondering whether or not you and your significant other are incompatible, here are 7 telltale signs that you probably aren't right for each other. 1. Get each other. Right from the get-go, this can tell you a great deal about how good of a match you and your partner make. If you have a hard time understanding how they're feeling, what they're thinking, or what they need, then they might not be the one for you, and vice versa. It's better to be with someone you can be in sync with, someone who picks up and understands your non-verbal cues. They can discern your tone of voice and get what you're trying to tell them. Otherwise, miscommunication and misunderstandings can pile up in your relationship. 2. You're too different from each other. While it's technically true that opposites do attract, every solid, healthy couple should share at least a few similarities with their partner. This doesn't mean having to like all the same music or movies that they do, or even share the same hobbies as them. In fact, it can even be refreshing to be in a relationship with someone radically different from yourself. Sadly, though, the excitement won't last forever. If the similarities are too scarce or non-existent, once the new and shiny effect wears off, you're both left with someone who doesn't share the same humor, interests, values, ideals, or principles, making it difficult to relate to one another in any meaningful way. 3. Each other, not grow and learn together. The hallmark of any strong, healthy relationship is having a partner who gives you the drive and motivation to change for the better. And that's the point. It must be something you want for yourself. Your idea, not theirs alone. Despite your partner expressing irritation or dissatisfaction with the current you, it's generally ineffective and not sustainable if you're forcing change on yourself solely because they want it, and you don't. You have to want it for you, and this goes for many things, whether it's the way you dress, speak, or who you hang out with. Only you have the right to decide who you want to be. If you don't feel comfortable showing your true colors to your significant other, even in a private setting, this is a definite red flag. 4. Is constant or highly frequent arguing. It's perfectly normal and healthy to disagree with your partner about something from time to time, especially if it's over something that's important to the two of you. We didn't choose this person so we could be with a clone of ourselves. The disagreements become a problem, however, when the arguing is constant and over the tiniest of things. It's even unhealthier if the fighting is dirty, shouting, name-calling, humiliating each other, holding grudges, and emotional blackmail. Being in a relationship with a partner who tends to bring out mostly the ugliest side of you is never good. Attain peace by avoiding all the problems. It's all about moderation. While constant fighting is obviously not ideal, it's also not good for a couple to never disagree about anything. You need to be honest and communicate openly with one another about how you feel, even if it's not in agreement with the other person. Constant pretending everything is okay or blind agreement to the wants of the other person does not make the relationship stronger, and may in fact result in a catastrophic blow-up later. Conflict can be a positive bond-building event if it can be given and taken constructively. It then can lead to personal growth and deeper mutual understanding. 6. Your socializing is isolated from everyone else. Do you find that when you and your partner go out, it's nearly always only with each other? No friends, no parties or group hangouts? Do you never spend any time with their friends? Have you even met their friends? Is their family still a group of mystery people you've never been introduced to? Even though you've been together for a while? If you answered yes to any of these, this could be a potential problem. It's important that you spend time with your partner's loved ones and get to know them better. Couples who make the effort to be close with the other important people in their partner's lives tend to have longer and happier relationships. 7. You're not attracted to them. Lastly, but most importantly, even when everything seems perfect on paper, if you don't have any romance or chemistry, it's simply not going to work. Without even an inkling of those factors, you might have a best friend, but not necessarily a significant other. Psychogoers, do you ever wonder if your relationship with your partner is a healthy one? Maybe you know it is, and sometimes it feels like it was simply destined to be. You ask yourself, was this meant to be? Well, here are 6 signs your relationship was indeed really meant to be. Number 1, you work together on some things. How often do you work together with your partner on certain things? Maybe you work together on a project for your home, or maybe you give them advice and feedback on something they're working on. If the both of you work with each other and look out for both of your needs, you likely have a pretty strong relationship. A good partner will be your biggest fan. They'll cheer you on and may try things they've never done before, all because they love you. They want to support you. If your partner is supportive and you're supportive of them, then this is a healthy sign. Number 2, humor. Do you and your partner have the same kind of sense of humor? Humor can be a great tool for bonding. If you and your partner share inside jokes and crack each other up often, then this is a good sign your relationship is on the right track. You may laugh at the same kinds of jokes, or perhaps you enjoy the same comedy movies, but if you find yourself laughing with your partner more than you usually do, this could be yet another sign that it is meant to be. You can't help but think of your partner when you're not around them. When you're away from your partner, do you often still think of them? You miss them, and you can't wait to see them again. This can be a sign your love is especially strong. A study from researchers at Stony Brook University found that how much you think about your partner may reflect how much more in love you feel. The study states, importantly, correlates of long-term intense love as predicted by theory were thinking positively about the partner and thinking about the partner when apart. Affectionate behaviors and sexual intercourse, shared novel and challenging activities, and general life happiness. Participants who stated that they thought about their partner when away from them were found to have said they felt more in love as well. Makes sense, right? So if you find yourself thinking about your partner when you're not around them, it could be a symptom of true love. Do you respect your partner? Do they respect you? This is a sign of a healthy relationship. Clinical psychologist Franklin A. Porter explains that true respect for your partner is when your partner understands and accepts that you are, first and foremost, a unique individual. Basically, you're your own person, and you have your own desires, needs, and things going on in your life. It's not always a combo pack type of situation. Number 5, do you communicate with your partner? Are you honest and open about your feelings? This is extremely important for a healthy relationship. Not only should you open up to your partner about what you're truly feeling or any concerns you may have too, but you should also actively listen to what they're telling you about themselves as well. Communicate honestly and listen genuinely, and your relationship may be set on the right path. And number 6, of course, trust. Ask yourself, how much do you trust your partner? If you've been with your partner a while, and you know they're there for you when times get tough and have always been honest, you likely trust them. But if you find yourself questioning their behaviors or intentions, it's a good idea to ask yourself why. Do you not trust them because of a past behavior of theirs, or maybe an experience from your previous relationships? It may be a good idea to sit down and discuss why you may be having difficulty trusting them, or them you, because building trust is definitely an important aspect of any healthy relationship. And if it's meant to be, you'll find the trust is really there, as much as your love for each other. So the result is that you will naturally be drawn to people you have that more than friends attraction to. The triarchic theory of love by Robert Sternberg even states that although intimacy and commitment are present, without passion, the love you share will only be platonic, like the love shared between you and your friends and family. In the end, there's no such thing as a perfect relationship. Everyone has doubts or disagreements at times with the person they love. A strong, healthy relationship takes ongoing effort, dedication, and also time for it to grow. What's important is finding that someone who, to you, is worth the effort. First impressions and initial choices do not seal your fate. Learning to know and recognize compatibility versus incompatibility will save you much heartbreak and possibly avoid more serious scarring. So take the time to evaluate your relationship with these key points in mind, and honestly ask yourself, is my partner right for me? We hope you enjoyed the video and learned something new about yourself and others. Please like, share, and give feedback or comment below. Let us know what you'd like to see next. Don't forget to subscribe to Psych2Go for more psychology content, and as always, thanks for watching and taking this short